Hi, folks, and welcome back to the program. You know, in today's world, if you are not personally associated with a friend or family member suffering from autism or Asperger's syndrome, chances are you know somebody who is. We're very happy to welcome in the Buffalo Niagara Film Festival Executive Director Bill Cowell this morning, who has undertaken, along with a team of very talented people, quite an endeavor to cross the country in order to enlighten people, I would say, about these two conditions. And along with Bill is John Hutchins, who owns the Rapids Theater in Niagara Falls, and whose theater will be the site of the next festival coming up this April or May, Bill?
April.
First of all, welcome to the program, both of you, and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
The festival is coming up on what, its fifth year?
Fifth year.
Just getting bigger and better every year, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
It really is. It's so nice to have something like this that we can call our own in Western New York. Bill, what is your background that got you into a film festival and filming and so forth?
Well, I'm a filmmaker by heart, and history, so I just kind of fell into it and seemed like the next thing to do.
He fell into a very successful festival. There's a lot more than falling into it. A lot of hard work.
It takes a lot of hard work.
You and your wife, Karen, lovely Karen,
yes,
you guys are hard workers at this. Yeah. And John, the Rapids, I understand, has quite a colorful history.
Yes, it's a building originating in 1921. Yeah. It's full of the Art Deco look along the order of Shays, and
it's 8 years older than Shays.
Yeah. It's just a great period of history, and also for Niagara Falls, and we're hoping that the Rapids helps bring the music scene and entertainment scene up north to Niagara Falls.
That's great. Well, we wish you nothing but the best in the new year. We really do.
Thank you.
All right, Bill, time to talk tough here. You are crossing the country with a film crew, part of which is made up of people with autism.
Correct.
And they are actually going to be doing some of the hands-on filming and interviewing of people?
Yeah, actually filming, interviewing the celebrities involved, every aspect of the film project. So,
Now, people that we're going to see in this documentary are amazing, folks. Aidan Quinn, Charles Grodin, a fellow whose name might not be familiar, Arthur Nascarella, but as soon as you see his face, you're going to go, oh my gosh, he was the bad guy in this film, that film, and everything. You're going to be crossing the country talking to a lot of illuminaries. They know you're coming, right?
Correct.
You've given us just a smattering here. Angie Dickinson, Joe Montagna, Warren Beatty and his wife Annette Bening, Kate Winslet, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Ed Asner, Sylvester Stallone, and Dan Aykroyd. Yeah. What do all of these people have in common with your project?
Well, a lot of them either have associations with autism or supporters of the cause. Yeah. So they have been very forthcoming on being part of this documentary and project, especially the fact that these kids are taking the step forward to be part and actually come with us and do the filming and sit down and from script to screen basically, and go through that whole process, and which is really what it's all about. They're between 18 and 22. They're getting ready for the real world.
Sure.
And getting out there, and they have to adjust to the working conditions of what we go through.
I remember last spring we came and talked to you at the Gersh School, the Gersh Experience, up in North Tonawanda, and you introduced some of these young gentlemen to me, and I was just amazed. They were so sharp. They really were. They were really immersed in the world of film.
Oh yeah.
They were right on. They knew things I didn't know, and I consider myself a movie expert.
Well, one thing about these students is, when they're hooked onto something, they're very, very focused on every aspect of what they learn. So which is in our industry is very helpful. It's a really great thing to have. They know more than me on most of these aspects.
Now, John's Theater is going to be the focus and the home of the upcoming festival in April for the 5th festival.
Yes.
Are we hoping to maybe debut this documentary when it's ready? Do we know where it's going to debut?
Well, we don't have that information yet, but we are doing a lot of projects with John and the theater, and we're exposing a lot of film projects, a lot of celebrities, a lot of new events, you know, everything that the festival has to offer.
Sure.
You know, John has been a great partner of ours and supporter of the film festival, and you know, we're looking forward to just make it big, huge.
Yeah.
So,
If I can just add, Bill's festival encompasses all of Western New York. It isn't just in Niagara Falls.
Oh, I know.
He starts off the first several days in downtown Buffalo.
Right back at the Market Arcade, is sort of the central headquarters for everything.
Correct.
This past festival.
Then moves to the Riviera.
Riviera Theater and now the Rapids.
Now the Rapids.
Yeah.
So.
That's wonderful. You're really covering the area.
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you encountered in New York City for some of the filming? You've done some of it already.
Yes, yeah, a lot of action. You know, a lot of celebrity interest. We've hit a lot of establishments, organizations. You know, physicians involved with this type of aspect of autism.
Sure.
And you know, we saw a lot, and we've got fed a lot of information, and which is really going to be helpful for this film. And of course, you know, it's stemming from Buffalo, and you know, everybody's going to know it's from here.
Yeah.
We got a lot of huge interest in support of every aspect of this.
Where in the city were you, or were you literally all over the place?
We were all over in downtown, and you know, we ended up, a friend of mine, Arthur Nascarella, that you mentioned, was on a really big movie set called Man on a Ledge, and you know, with Ed Burns and Ed Harris and Kira Sedgwick.
And the funny thing is, he looks a little bit like Ed Burns.
Yeah.
I mean, Ed Harris to me.
Yeah.
He really does.
So we were invited to that set as well, and you know, we interviewed a lot of the guests involved with that film project as well. You know, plus you know, all over, and the Center for Discovery and Aidan Quinn. You know, and then we moved on to Connecticut, and we interviewed Charles Grodin.
Wow.
And you know, so and we found a lot of interesting things about, you know, with Charles and his association with autism too, and which was really, you know, kind of, you know, out of the ordinary, but you know, Charles ended up being a mentor to an Asperger's student, and is now actually writing a book with him.
Oh,
and
wow.
and yeah, and it's called I just got off the phone with Elizabeth Harrell's people.
Yeah.
So, which is really funny, and it's going to be released pretty soon. But you know, and we got the little details on that, of course, and it's going to be in the film. And
how long do you envision the film to be, the documentary?
It's at regular length. I mean, you know, be an hour and a half.
Hour and a half, like full-length film.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Was the city cooperative? The
Very
city itself?
cooperative. Yeah, very cooperative. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Police were ganging way for us, so
That's
it was great.
great.
We had our festival RV there, and they're making room.
Boy, it's just
So
like
it was
a big
awesome.
film crew. That's wonderful.
It was awesome.
Bill and John, thank you for being with us this morning
Thanks for having
and getting us ready for this wonderful project that we might not see till 2012, but believe me, it's going to be wonderful when you do see it. It's tremendous. Thank you, and we wish you nothing but the best for the upcoming festival. All right, folks. It's called Bad IQ, a documentary about autism and Asperger's syndrome. And to support the project, or if you are a parent of a child with these conditions, please contact the Buffalo Niagara Film Festival. There's their phone number right there on screen. And we thank them for their attendance and participation this morning.